the approval of the supervisor of the department concerned in which the study is to be made to ensure the cooperation of the operators to be studied. Number 3, procedure of the activity sampling. Determine the desired accuracy of the final results and the confidence level. Number 4, make a preliminary estimate of the percentage occurrence of the activity or delay to be measured. Number 5, design the study. The A part, determine the number of observations to be made. Number 2, determine the number of observers needed. Part C, select and instruct these pupil. Part D, determine the number of shifts needed for the study. E part, make detailed working plan for taking the observations. Part F, design the observation table form. Number 6, make the observations according to the plan. Number 7, analyze and summarize the data thus obtained. Number 8, check the accuracy and precision of the data at the end of the study. Number 9, prepare report with conclusions. Next method of work measurement is predetermined motion time system, that is PMTS. Definition: it is a work measurement technique whereby times established for basic human motions are used to build up the time for a job at a defined level of performance. Again, it is a work measurement technique whereby times established for basic human motions are used to build up the time for a job at a defined level of performance. Procedure of predetermined motion time system. The technique to build PMTS data does not measure element time by a stopwatch, and thus it avoids the inaccuracies. Number 2, it is assumed that all manual tasks in industries are made up of certain basic human movements which are common to almost all jobs. Number 3, the average time taken by the industrial worker to perform a basic movement is practically constant. With the above facts in mind, the various steps involved in collecting PMTS data are as follows. Step number 1, select large number of workers doing varieties of jobs under normal working conditions in industries. Number 2, record the job operations on a film. Number 3, analyze the film, note down the time taken to complete each element and compile the data in the form of table. Objects and uses of the PMTS. It is very useful in method analysis. Number 2, it helps modifying and improving work methods before starting the work on the job. Number 3, it sets time standards for different jobs. Number 4, it assists in constructing time formulae. Number 5, it aids in the pre-balancing of the manufacturing lines. It provides a basis for wage plans and labor cost estimation. Number 7, it facilitates training of the workers and supervisor. Number 8, it is used for short and repetitive motions which cannot be measured by stopwatch. The advantages of the PMTS. Number 1, It eliminates inaccuracies associated with stopwatch time study. Number 2, it is superior to stopwatch time study when applied to short cycle highly repetitive operations. Number 3, time standard for a job can be arrived at without going to the place of work. Number 4, advantage of PMTS. Unlike stopwatch study, no rating factor is employed. Number 5, PMTS data, since it is the result of very large number of observations, is more reliable and accurate as compared to stopwatch time study data. Number 6, the time and cost associated with finding the standard time for a job is considerably reduced. Number 7, advantage of PMTS. Alternative methods are compared easily. Number 8, PMTS helps in tool and product design. The drawbacks of the PMTS are as: number 1, PMTS can deal only with manual motions of an operation. This deals only with manual motions of an operation. Number 2, all categories of motions have not been considered while collecting PMTS data. Applications of PMTS, it is used in the following types of jobs. Number 1, machining work. Number 2, maintenance work. Number 3, assembly jobs. Number 4, servicing. Number 5, office work. The next method is analytical estimating. The definition of analytical estimating: it is a work measurement technique being a development of estimating whereby the time required to carry out elements of a job at a defined level of performance. Again, it is a work measurement technique being a development of estimating whereby the time required to carry out elements of a job at a defined level of performance. Synthesis from standard data. Definition: synthesis is a work measurement technique to build normal time for a new job at a defined level of performance by adding element times collected from previously held time studies on similar jobs having same elements as possessed by the new job. The differences between synthesis, PMTS and analytical estimating, these are as: synthesis, PMTS and analytical estimating, all these techniques estimate the standard time of a job without themselves measuring the time. Again, synthesis, PMTS and analytical estimating, all these techniques estimate the standard time of a job without themselves measuring the time. That is, these techniques do not employ a time measuring equipment like stopwatch, etc. Synthesis: it builds up the total time for a job by adding the times for different elements of the job. The element time values are taken from a catalog or element times built from a firm's own past time studies on other jobs having the concerned elements. Time values for all the elements of a job to be timed can be found from the previously collected time data. PMTS is similar to synthesis, but differs as regards the characteristics of the job elements. PMTS deals with more basic elements of duration 0.1 second, or whereas the element time in case of synthesis may be 3 to 4 seconds. Again, PMTS is similar to synthesis, but that differs as regards the characteristics of the job elements. PMTS deals with more basic elements of duration 0.1 seconds, whereas the element time in case of synthesis may be 3 to 4 seconds of duration. PMTS, like synthesis, PMTS also relies upon manuals or time catalogs for building the total time for a job. Analytical estimating differs from PMTS as regards the duration of elements. It is similar to synthesis. Analytical estimating differs from synthesis in the sense that it estimates time of non-repetitive and long operation jobs for whose all job elements past time data may not be available with the firm. Analytical estimating, hence the time for the new job to be determined by timing some elements on the basis of synthetic data available, and the remaining elements are given a time by the estimator from his past experience and knowledge of timing different jobs. Maynard operation sequence technique. This is also known as MOST. The definition: MOST is a system to measure work by concentrating on the movement of the objects. So, MOST is a system to measure work by concentrating on the movement of objects. The use of work measurement. Number 1, comparison of alternative methods. Method study is used to develop improved methods. If the work study man arrives at 2 or more alternative improved methods, the one requiring the least time is considered to be more efficient. Determining the manning, that is manpower. Planning, knowing the time required for completion of various jobs in a plant, it is possible to determine the number of people required for manning the plant. Efficient job allotment is also possible based on the amount of effective and idle time inherent in a job. Line balancing, the standard time is used as an aid in balancing the work load of a production line among the working points, resulting in increased productivity. To illustrate this, consider an example of an assembly line in which the total assembly work is done in 4 stages with standard times for the completion of work at each stage as given below. Stage number 1. Stage number 1, the standard time is 0.30 minutes. Stage number 2, 0.15 minutes. Stage number 3, 0.60 minutes. Stage number 4, 0.15 minutes. Now, we have to determine how many workmen have to be assigned at each stage so that the workload of each individual worker is properly balanced and maximum productivity is attained. The procedure for this is as follows: divide all other time values by this selected value and round off the result to the nearest whole number, like as stage 1 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ standard time 0.30, the minimum time is 0.15, the standard time to be divided by the minimum time, that is 0.15. The manning required here is 2. Stage number 2, standard time is 0.15, the ratio is 0.15 divided by 0.15, the manning power is 1. Similarly, again the total manpower required is 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 1, that is 8 persons for this whole assembly line. Thank you.